welcome back to Conversations in the Community. I am your host, Dania Parker-Smith with parkbench.com, South London, Wortley. I'm also a real estate agent here in London with New Vista Premier Realty and Team Forster. Our guests today are Louise and Len Motuzas. They are the owners of Thrive Business Consulting in London. They have more than 30 years of experience and have built multi-million dollar tech companies within their portfolio. And we're going to speak with them today a little bit about how business consulting works and what kind of impact it's had on the business community in the COVID pandemic. So welcome, Len and Louise.
Thanks
Hi.
for having us.
I'm so happy to have you guys here. So a married couple owning your own business, working together in business for many years. What tips do you have for other couples who might be in business together?
Well, it is a challenge. And one of the biggest challenges is you cannot bicker in front of your employees or customers. And you need to treat each other with the same kind of respect that you would treat any business partner. So, it's the temptation is to be very casual because you are a married couple. Well, you shouldn't be that way in the office.
One of the things we've done as a couple, we're two people, not just one person.
That's right.
So we split up our duties. We do a job description of what we're going to do. So Louise has different areas to cover than I do.
We've always had clearly defined roles. We're on an organization chart like anybody else would be.
How many years have you guys been in London?
We've been in London for 33 years, 34. Oh, 34. We just had we're having our anniversary, February 13th.
Yeah.
34 years.
There you go. Well, that's like 2 days from now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. And that's your anniversary of living in London?
In London.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
During a terrible snowstorm, we came. In fact, they had a terrible time trying to get our furniture in and our appliances in, and that was probably the worst snowstorm we ever had. And
February is quite known for its nasty snowstorms in London.
Yeah, exactly.
So obviously, you guys are very skilled in helping other businesses. So why would you say it's important for businesses to have professional guidance when they're building their business and to gain those skills to be successful?
Well, for one thing, we have many years of experience. With the experience comes wisdom. And we are constantly learning. We're always educating ourselves. So we also have lots of knowledge. So we save the businesses a lot of time and a lot of heartache. There's pitfalls that they avoid because of us. We also, have many contacts where we have trusted resources to refer them to. So instead of them just finding anything to help them in their business and perhaps finding the wrong person to help them, we guide them to people that are proven resources. And again, we just save them a lot of heartache and time.
A lot of our customers are on retainer, so they use us as trusted advisors throughout the year. And we meet with them once a month. Some others are specific projects like business plans and things like that we're accustomed to doing, knowing what we're doing with it. And that's something new to somebody. When was the last time everybody's done a business plan or a profit plan and that?
Yeah.
It's overwhelming at times.
Trust me.
Yeah.
So we do that, but one of the things that we always remember is that we calm people down too, because a lot of times when they get a hold of us, they've got a problem. Either the business isn't growing like they want to, or they have a problem with their taxes or their accounting or a sales team or whatever. We're able to give them some good advice to get them back on track really quickly, and because we've experienced a lot of that stuff. So that's one of the things that we calm people down.
Yeah, and we give them hope. Very often they're feeling hopeless, especially if they are going through a struggle. even the most optimistic person can get pretty pessimistic.
When you can't see the end, it absolutely is that way. So having been many years doing this and helping other people, obviously there's those people that stand out and grab your heartstrings and always stay with you with those experiences walking through them. Can you tell us a little bit about maybe one experience that you had with a client who was struggling and maybe helping them overcome and being successful?
Well, that's always hard because we wouldn't want anyone to guess who we're talking about,
For sure, absolutely.
A lot of NDAs.
Yeah.
We had one customer that had an HST problem, and they really didn't know that they had their bank accounts.
That's right.
They had their bank accounts shut down, and they had their payroll the next morning. And how are they going to sleep, and how are they going to do anything? And we just gave them the remedy on how to fix that, and they were able to sleep at night. And then the next day they were able to resolve the issue. But without us, they would have just been up against the wall, and a lot of bad things might have happened.
Yeah.
So that's just one of the things. We like we work with small and large customers.
So obviously funds for businesses have completely been changed during the pandemic. However, people probably need more guidance than ever. Mm-hmm. So how has that changed your business, and how have you been able to navigate that with your current clients?
Well, you want to answer that, or you want me to?
Well, I was just going to say that a couple of our clients were hit extremely hard because they were in the entertainment and convention area.
Yeah.
So we had to have them pivot to something that they could manufacture that is still relevant in today's industry. So they did. They went to put some PPE products together to sell while normally they were selling to the entertainment industry. So it was quite a jump, but they had the equipment to do a lot of things, and they were able to do that.
It has completely amazed me at the resourcefulness of our business people, and how, like you said, they have been able to pivot to focus their areas on what's needed today, and how to, and a lot of times it has created avenues for them that they would have never had before.
Exactly. The innovation's outstanding. We just have our car in it for a City Mazda right now. And they sent us a video to show us exactly what needs to be done on it, and asked us to authorize it. And they picked the car up and they're bringing the car back. I kind of like this. But I was just amazed. I mean, these are things that nobody would have thought of, but these are going to be hybrids going into the future. When COVID's finally gone, they're going to be more successful than ever because they're going to have this hybrid that goes along with it. It's terrific.
We've changed the way we serve our customers for sure.
The biggest change in the whole industry is technology itself. We're doing Google Meets and things like that.
Well, look at what we're doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. All the time. We're not having to be somewhere, and we can have meetings where somebody's in Australia or South Africa.
Yes.
Or Europe, and we're sitting there talking like we're next to each other.
Yeah.
And it's opened up a lot of opportunities.
Yes.
And sometimes people don't have to be in the work all the time, so it's going to alter office space. And that,
for sure,
we'll do something with that, but it's going to change lots of things once we get back to normal. I don't see anything getting back to normal for about 4 years. I think it's gonna gradually get there, and then in about 4 years from now, we won't be thinking about.
So some of our clients, the ones that weren't hit the way the ones that were the entertainment industry were hit. They were lucky enough to be essential services.
Yeah.
And with the help that the government's given them, they're doing okay. They're not doing as well as they would have done, but they're certainly much more than just surviving. They'll be okay. And when this is all, when they are a hybrid and this is all over, they're going to be better than ever. So, a lot of pillars are being put in place that it's just going to just skyrocket once this is over.
Yeah, our experiences really mold into what we need to do for today and going forward, and continue to create best practices and all sorts of things like that. It's really amazing. So, and you guys, you mostly work from home, you've said, but you have an office downtown on King Street at Innovation Works when you have to meet clients and when it allows for us to go into public spaces. So you're obviously downtown quite a bit. What are some of your favorite spots in downtown London?
Well, we live near City Hall, so we are downtown all the time, and we're walkers, walk about 5 miles a day, so we're walkers. Our favorite spots, Chaucer's. We love Chaucer's.
Yes.
Inside and outside. They've got a wonderful fireplace inside and a patio outside. And they have great beer. We love the Morrissey House. The London Ale House, the patio in the summer is a hidden gem in this city. You know, that's wonderful. And Garlic's. But you know what?
Yes.
We frequent all of the restaurants downtown because a lot of our business meetings, what we do with these once a month meetings with our what we call our VIP clients, is we have them in a restaurant. And they want to come downtown. They don't come downtown often, and it's a big treat for them. And we pick out a new restaurant every time. So I don't think there's any we haven't been to, but so they're all great. I hope they can weather the storm because we don't want to lose them. We love Richmond Row and Dundas, and you know, so.
Yeah. So you are a great supporter of our local businesses and restaurants
sure.
downtown. Yeah.
That's us.
Much as we can.
That's awesome. So you said that you're big walkers, walking 5 miles a day. I love to walk too. What other activities do you guys do outside of work and keeping yourselves in your little pockets for his role and your role?
Well, golf we do together, but he's a really good golfer and I am just okay, but I enjoy it anyway.
I know that story.
She's improved a lot.
I've improved a lot, yeah.
We like to do day travels. Sometimes it's through golf, sometimes it's just going out to the water and being near. We always like being.
That's what I love about London. We're so close to Port Stanley and Grand Bend.
Yeah.
Like.
And we go to we got season tickets for nights. We like going to concerts
when we can and concerts.
I know, yeah.
Like that. So we keep a pretty busy lifestyle.
Very busy. We're networkers, so we are members of Innovation Works is owned by Pillar Nonprofit, so we're Pillar Nonprofit members, we're Forest City Allied members, we're Business Club of London members, Tech Alliance, the London Chamber of Commerce. All of these places have in-person events, and we're usually at every one of them. So this has been a very quiet time for us with COVID.
Yeah.
But, it's been a time to reflect and to really learn more about our craft. We've been doing lots of training during this time, and we can pass that on. So.
Wow.
When you're stuck, you do training.
Yeah.
Now get your nose in a book and learn some more, right?
I'm gonna have to get that phone. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Well, I was just going to wrap this up anyways and tell you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a joy getting to know you and good to be with somebody who's not necessarily in the front lines of our businesses, but the support behind them, because that's important as well, right? And so thank you for taking the time with me today. And thank you so much for joining me at home. I'm Dania Parker-Smith with parkbench.com, South London, Wortley. Also a real estate agent here with New Vista Premier Realty and and Team Forster. I'm changing families one home at a time. And if you want to make sure you get in and see every one of these conversations I have, please go on our website and just sign up for our newsletter because you will be notified of all of those. So thanks once again and join us next time on Conversations
It's been our
with
pleasure.
Community.
It's a pleasure meeting you, Dania. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Bye-bye.